I thought I was gonna do a bunch of Steelmace stuff today outdoors, but looks like the weather had other ideas. It's raining, or at least it's going to rain. It was raining a little when I was last outside. I don't know if it stopped, but it might still be raining. At least that's what my phone tells me. So today I've been able to get the cables and the gym's also less packed, so I'm taking advantage of that to, I guess, do certain exercises that I wouldn't be able to do otherwise. Starting off with arms, because arms is not something that I dedicate too much time to. Like like with a lot of kettlebell exercises and stuff, you end up using a lot of shoulders, back, legs, and stuff like that. But the triceps and biceps don't really get, I guess, isolation work per se. So, starting off with dumbbell skull crushers and supersetting that with alternate dumbbell curls. Similar to chest back push pull, with arms, I like to superset bis and tris. So when the biceps are working, the triceps get to rest, and when the triceps are working, the biceps kind of get to rest. And by supersetting both of those and taking minimal rest, you're able to keep your heart rate up and also get a really good pump in the arms. Anyway, the exercises look like this. So did a little bit of alternate and then a sum together just to vary the tempos. I just find my triceps feel recruited a little different with both tempos, and I like to throw both of those in. Yeah, moving into curls.
So another client just called, so have a minute. Good. Yeah, did you just warm up? Do the workout too. Get 5 workouts and I'll get some blood and I'll see you again. Do you have water?
So yeah, going relatively light to start off, but I'm not one to go too heavy on arms in any case. I just yeah, when I'm doing arms, I just like going for the contraction, feeling the pump, that sort of thing. I'm not a huge fan of pushing like the weight too high on like tricep and bicep isolation exercises. Gonna do this for 5 sets or so, and then probably 1 or 2 more arm exercises, and then something else. I'm thinking about throwing in some like unconventional exercises, and so like combination cable pull push, and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll get to that when the time comes. So for the next exercise, doing cable tricep pushdowns, superset with towel grip curls. So having to use this for the cables since I had a cable machine earlier, but it was in the personal training area, and then I was rudely asked to exit the personal training area. Yeah, I don't know what it is about personal trainers. Once they get the job, they start becoming super egotistical. Um, I don't know. In any case, uh, tricep pushdowns with the cable, going for about 10 to 15 reps. Maybe 20. Again, as I was mentioning earlier, with triceps, I like to focus, or with just arms in general, I like to focus on contractions and higher reps and the pump. And that's pretty much what I always go for, and what I'm going for right now. Uh, uh, that isn't to generalize all personal trainers, though. There are definitely nice personal trainers. But at least what I've noticed is in all the gyms that I've been to in my lifetime, there is something about people that end up getting hired into the gym staff position that almost want to exercise what little power they have on you. Like, oh, you know, I don't know. Or maybe it's just my clouded judgment. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I've just been a bad gym goer. But if I have been, but if that's not the case, then there's definitely some people who get hired on as personal trainers that certainly become full of themselves when they get the job. I don't know, I've also noticed in just like fitness in general, like I'm not recommending my way of working out. My way of working out is just a way of working out, and if anyone gets ideas out of it, then sure, that's alright. I'm not trying to force my way of working out down anybody's throat or anything. Do what you want to do. This is the way I do things. I like to watch the way other people work out and get ideas, and so I thought that I'm going to do something like that as well, where I thought my way of working out is kind of unique, and then the kind of things that I get into are kind of unique as well. And through my channel, I'm able to share my quote unquote fitness journey with everybody. So, that's all I'm going for. I don't think my way of working out is the way of working out. It gets me the goals that I want to get. If your goals don't involve any of the things that I'm doing, then maybe stick around for some entertainment where I do silly things. Or if anyone wants to try out some of the things that I'm doing, then so be it. This is more so a rant about a comment that I got on one of the videos where somebody was like, "Oh, you show off." I'm like, dude, chill out. I'm just sharing what I'm doing. Most people don't want to kettlebell juggle. Most people don't want to drag around a sled all day. But there are certain exercises that I do that I think are interesting and I found helped with my stuff, so maybe it helps someone else out. But yeah, I don't know, silly rant talking about my feelings. Okay, but yeah, that's it. Going to superset these two for a bit, for about 5 sets, and then on to something else. So, I think in the beginning of the video, actually, before I get to that, I was doing towel grip bicep curls earlier. The reason for using a towel is it increases forearm activation and also adds an instability component, which forces you to recruit the biceps a little bit more intentionally, increasing the mind muscle connection that you have with the bicep contraction. Now, moving into the next exercise. I was earlier in the video I had mentioned that I was going to do a combination pull push with the cable. So this is an idea that, well, I've seen a few other people use, and so like the way I've made sense of it is, like, for example, I don't know, when you see people throw punches or in those exercises, not or those demonstrations where they break a pile of bricks. Usually, someone's like, I guess, measuring distance with the opposing hand, and then they quickly bring the other, like, bring the hand that's measuring distance back while the other hand comes full force down. So there is something about that mechanism where your body, one side is pulling and the other side pushes, that creates like this, I don't know, tilt, for lack of, I guess, a better word to explain it, that increases, I guess, force output, which is why I think people do it. In any case, I think uh, it's good to work that system. So the ability, like your, I don't know, I guess that instinct of wanting to pull and push at once, um, by doing exercises like this. Again, I can't really back this up with studies or anything like that because I don't really care too much for looking all that up. I just find this interesting to do. I found that it works for me, and if anyone wants to try it out, they can try it out. So yeah, I'm gonna do this for a bit. If this, uh, yeah, this exercise, I don't know. If you want to give it a shot, give it a shot. I think it works the back and shoulders pretty good. And there's something about using your body as a system that feels nice. I don't know. It's hard to put into words till you try it. But yeah, gonna do this for a bit. So for the next exercise, doing this combination carry slash hold with a shoulder press. So the hold is going to keep one side of the body tight while the other side has to stay, I guess, fluid enough to move. I'm going to do that for 10 reps each side and then move into some behind the back alternate pull downs with this machine. So looks like this. So yeah, the hand that's holding. So I mean, just overall the core has to stay tight and all of that, and then the hand that's moving, the shoulders. Um, Supersetting that with lat pull downs. So yeah, within this superset, hitting shoulders, hitting back, and also training a little bit of core and the ability to hold something heavy. So I guess forearms. Again, the whole idea being using your body as a system and not necessarily isolating one part too much. But I did isolate arms, so I'm not saying that there is no place for isolation. I just think, in my personal opinion, more of my working out is divided into using the whole body as a system more so, and then a little bit of isolation here and there. Gonna do this for a bit, and then on to something else. So, ending off the workout with towel grip, tricep extensions, and I'm gonna superset that with kettlebell curl to presses. Um, yeah, looks like this. Towel grip on the tricep extensions adds an instability component, which forces you to contract the triceps more intentionally, increasing the mind muscle connection. Also, towel grip always increases, at least for me, the recruitment in the forearms. Going for 10 each side. They have the Food Network playing at the gym quite often. I mean, I personally don't mind it, but it's kind of interesting the choice of channel that they have on. And it's not even like healthy food, it's like people uh, eating cake and stuff, and just the regular, you know, chef shows. Interesting choice of channel for the gym. They could easily have ESPN on or something. There's UFC fights going on right now that I think would be fun to watch. Instead of, I mean, I like cooking, don't get me wrong, but I like the UFC more. So if I had to pick between one or the other, it would be the UFC. Supersetting that with kettlebell curl to presses. Actually, this won't be the last exercise. I'm gonna do some Steelmace 360s. I didn't bring my Steelmace or anything, but I can use the barbells that they have in a yoga room in order to use it like a Steelmace, and I'll do that. But yeah, that's what's up next. So most gyms have like a studio area that have these lightweight bars with weights that are made for them. And so if you just load one side of it, you can use it like a Steelmace. So ending off the workout with Steelmace 360s, I've found that doing Steelmace 360s has helped a lot with my shoulder imbalances. But yeah, here's what that looks like. Going for 12s each side. I'm gonna do like 8 to 10 sets of this. I don't know, it's a movement that is kind of exhausting, but it's something that you can do for a really long time. And I've noticed that like the more I do it, the better my shoulders feel. And so, yeah, I'm gonna do this for another however many sets and then head into the sauna. But yeah, that's probably it for today's video. See you all tomorrow.